All right, hello. welcome to Real Life Prepper, aka Plant-Based Homestead Prepper. Well, we used to make prepping fun. Now it's just Real Life Prepper. And if you are new to the channel, this is a document of our family moving from a urban lifestyle to a more rural lifestyle, and we will be closing at the end of this month on a small farm. It sounds strange to even say it. And a lot of folks are like, oh my God, you guys, y'all have done it, such, and blah, blah, blah. And this is not the final destination for us. So, we're still, or I'm still trying to produce to the point where we get out there. But today's video is going to be about food shortages, okay? And what are you planning on doing when and if food shortages come to a town near you, okay? Looking at everything, especially after the election, and noticing what's going on, we are at the point where we are one event away from total chaos. And I know that with the coronavirus that we have gotten what's the right word, lulled into just life as it is with the coronavirus, and we're not really worrying about it anymore. And people are like, some people wearing masks, some people don't wear. I mean, at what point in time did it become a fight? At what point in time did we become so crazy that there's a challenge with people keeping each other safe? And I understand, a lot of folks are like, well, with the mask, you're breathing in your own carbon dioxide, monoxide, whatever. Okay, I get it. But if there is a chance, even if it's just a small chance, that I don't pass something to you and you don't pass something to somebody else, even if it's just a small chance, why not just do it? Okay, and this video is not about masks. This video is about, chaos and what I'm seeing right now. We have riots going on in our country. We just elected a new president where people were dancing in the streets all night long. People were dancing in the streets in other countries. It's going to be a political fight to the end. And then we have people in the cabinet, the current administration, talking about it's going to be, all-out war or something. I didn't personally hear it. I just been hearing it secondhand that, some of the folks and members in the cabinet are like, yeah, we going to war. So my question is, what are we going to do if or when something really catastrophic happens? I mean, we're on so much edge right now as a country that anything that happens right now, it's like people are ready to go get in the streets, grab their guns, and it's like, all right, let's go. It's go time. We are one event away from total chaos, people. Listen. And what I need you to do, I need you to take care of your family. For every person, I've been saying this for 2 years now, for every person that we reach on this channel, for every person that on this channel we reach and you have an extra day, an extra 3 days, an extra week of water, of food, of BBBs of prepping, that's one extra person that you don't have to fight for resources later. Do y'all understand that? I don't really know if we do understand that or not. And I'm just looking, and I keep hearing, this rumor about December 21st. Something's supposed to be happening December 21st, where a solar flare or something, the Anunnaki are coming back, and I'm like, it's always something. It's always something on the brink of doggone human destruction, And I'm not saying I buy into it. I'm not saying I don't buy into it. I'm just saying that we need to be prepped up. Okay? And listen, if you are brand new to prepping, and all prepping is just having resources, whether it be your mind or materials that you will be able to use in the event that something happens where life as we know it changes drastically. That's all prepping is. And I know prepping and preppers have a negative connotation whenever you hear it or you see it or somebody says prepping or preps or whatever. I know it has a negative connotation. But listen, the preps that we teach on this channel and that most prepping channels teach, you can use them anyway. And I understand, if you have a limited budget, you can't go out here and buy, $1,000 worth of food. I understand that. But every time you go to the store, every time you go to the grocery store to as they say in Virginia, make groceries, which I don't really understand that. But every time you go, hey, pick up an extra can or two of something. Pick up something that's non-perishable, that's not going to spoil on you. Just pick it up, put it in your pantry. That's how we started, and then rotate your stock. The things that you've had, for a while, then put them in the front so you can eat them. And listen, also, and in addition, stop buying stuff that you don't eat, because guess what? If you don't eat it, it goes to waste. And if you don't eat it, guess what? Probably somebody else doesn't eat it either. I hadn't done a food shortage video in probably a year or so. Honestly, I got tired of them. I got tired of going into the grocery stores and seeing, the stores change. That we have a Kroger that we frequent around my, in my neighborhood, and every time we go in there now, it's like less and less items. As a matter of fact, they've changed and rearranged the whole entire store, drastically, where the aisles are much bigger. It's not that many things on the shelf. And I know they're getting prepped up and ready for Thanksgiving. I know that's coming. And trust me, around Thanksgiving time, you're going to see food everywhere. You'll see food all over the place. But beware, okay? Beware. Now, for those that are new, I'm going to give you some things that you can start stacking up on now that's going to bless you later, if and when something happens. Number one, I'm at Lowe's, where I just pulled in Lowe's for my normal morning stop. You can go to Lowe's, Home Depot. You can get you some 5-gallon buckets, okay? Get you some 5-gallon buckets. They're like $2, maybe $3 each. I don't know what they are now. I bought a bucket, while I have not bought a bucket since coronavirus, so they're probably double price now. But you can buy you some 5-gallon buckets, and they serve a dual purpose. If you have a way of purifying water, you could always catch water, okay? That's number one. But more importantly, well, not more importantly, but just as important, you can also use those 5-gallon buckets to store food. Now you need to, certain ways you need to do it. You need to get you some oxygen absorbers. You need to get some Mylar bags, and you need to, there's several videos out there that shows you how to store your beans and rice, and that's what I'm leading up to. Beans and rice and beans. Beans and rice and beans are cheap. That is a prep item that you can store. It doesn't cost you a bunch. You can put them in Mylar bags, and you can vacuum seal them things and put them in 5-gallon, buckets, and you're good. Okay, you're good. Metal galvanized trash cans. You can create yourself a Faraday cage. And I don't really understand. I don't really know. I think that's later on in your preps. I don't even know why I thought about that. But I was thinking about mice getting into your preps. And the best way to keep mice out of your preps is put them in some kind of, I think that the galvanized trash cans are probably the best as far as keeping mice out. And if somebody else has a better suggestion, then put it in the comments, please. But I don't ever say I get nervous or scared, but I'm getting very aware of and in tune of what's going on. You know, and with all this election thing, a lot of people have gotten, you know, emotionally involved, and I didn't. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to go there. Because, like, you know, one thing about Prepper Nurse One, he says this all the time. He's like, well, in politics, it's two sides of the same coin. And if you think about that, if you think about it, realistically think about it, literally think about it, what has any politician done for your household? Okay. And I didn't want this to be a politics. I just know that's where we are right now in our country. We are so up in arms about everything. You know, police brutality, which is, you know, police reform needs to happen. I agree. The election, you name it, people are just mask. I mean, even just a simple mask. People are fighting about everything. And I'm trying to get you guys to not fall into that temptation and trap of let me just go with the flow and let me just, you know, fight with everybody else. Stop doing that, y'all. Okay, stop doing it. One, it takes too much energy. Okay. Two, you could be taking that energy and doing something else with it. And please do something else with it, because the energy that you're wasting on things that don't mean as much, okay? Because I would much rather see you, instead of, you know, go out in the streets and protest about whatever hitting the streets, I would rather you go to the grocery store and buy you some preps. I'd rather you watch some YouTube videos about how to start a fire, how to purify water, how much water should you have. You know, you do some things that are going to be resourceful and beneficial to your household. So I still believe that there is a pending food shortage. I believe that we are there. They've masked it very well, for lack of better words, mask. And I think it's coming to a town near you, okay? So anyway, as always, I'm going to send y'all some love. Mwah. And we'll see you guys on the next video, okay? Y'all be blessed.